Welcome back, folks, to the most titillating story I've ever told in my entire run as a Let's Player. This is Sakura Spirit, and I'm still going to be watching boobs without the jiggle face. Moving on. We're going to pick up where we last left off in the story. A little after something that made me a little hot under the collar. So let's continue. I awoke the next morning to the sun filtering in through the wooden blinds, yawning loudly. The girls had very graciously given me an entire room to myself, and it was entirely a lot bigger than my room back home. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast, so I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It was clear that, in order to learn more about my situation, I will need to pay a visit to his shrine. Maybe I could find the answers to some other question that I've been lingering in the back of my mind for a while now. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous at the mention of Tsuyuri's name made me wonder about their relationship. What could have possibly happened to make Machiko react like that? The apparent hostility between the villagers and the fox spirits was another issue altogether. Of course, I couldn't forget about the fact that I needed to find a way to get home as well. And just as I finished gathering my thoughts, Michael's voice resounded from the downstairs.
Takani! Breakfast is ready! Could you go get Onisama?
Sure, we'll be right there. With the finger of fate ready to pause at a moment's notice. I quickly made my way out of the room, finding myself within one of the corridors of the mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Machiko wandering down the corridor, her lips curving into a smile when she saw me.
No need to look for me, Taka-kun. Michael's voice reached me loud and clear.
Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well?
'Twas a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely. However, you seem to be getting along well with my little sister. Takani, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest for the heart of our dear Michael-chan.
Challenge accepted? She seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with that name for a while.
Oh, is it not to your liking?
Well,
perhaps you would prefer darling instead?
You were watching us?
Indeed. It was taking you both such a long time. I grew rather curious and snuck out.
But I didn't see you at all!
Well, I am a fox spirit. Hiding myself from humans. It's like playing hide and seek with a child.
Then why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards?
Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them.
Why those mischievous types? You Kitsune cutie, you.
Unfortunately, Maiko does not have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and has and is unable to maintain delusion. It is her one magical blind spot.
I'm sure it would have been fun if the Tsundere tyrant had caught you both.
That certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I'm sure you have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Taka-kun?
I noticed a subtle change in Machiko's voice as the sweet, sugar-coated words caused my cheeks to flush red. I really wasn't any good at dealing with this girl's flirty attitude. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stair at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone. Machiko's waiting for us. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed.
Ah, good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. Have some oranges too. Ah, wonderful. Thank you, little one. You are getting better at this.
To wake up knowing a pretty girl made my breakfast. It's good to be alive.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well.
Sorry, my voice kind of... I have nothing to... Oh, we'll go with that.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well?
Yes. That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. And my heart was beating like I don't know what. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to distract myself by changing the subject. I would too if I had tits in my face. I'm like, I really would. I wouldn't know if I would just grab a little squeeze or I would get slapped for it. Most women would just like. Some women would. Most or some women, I don't know, but there's some women out there who will want you to make a move. And it's quite scary. It's very inviting, but yet at the same time you feel intimidated by that. Just saying. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? You have anything you want to ask?
Oh, yes, I want to know, what are the spirits like in your world?
Spirits, you say? I thought about her question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folktales. They appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them. But it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world.
Folktales. Worship. Your world is strange, Taka-kun. Oh, that's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of your village? You said something about judo before. What is that?
You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go to this place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. Remember that statement, folks. The defenders are known as the police. You read the news, guess what? They're here to protect and serve and beat your ass to a bloody pulp. That is, if you're resisting arrest, anyway. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just a student. I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender, not just of my village, but of my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but felt kind of nice to call myself a defender. Me, I have white knight syndrome. I can't help but help. It's just part of who I am. Makes me a good person.
That sounds weird. Is the police?
The police.
The police? Is the police?
The police. I'm sorry, the police, ladies and gentlemen, the police.
The police. It sounds weird. Like, is the police like the army or something defending the whole nation?
Your word is very strange, Taka-kun. I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird, but no, the police is like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though.
Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Anyway, oh, dang it! These oranges all have worms in them. Ew! Oh, May-sama, did you forget to check in again?
Oh, how terrible. I must have been overcome with fatigue and never gotten around to checking them properly.
Boo! Big old lazy meanie. I'll just have to go and get some apples instead.
As Naiko went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile. Clearly pleased with something. It is such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It has been a tough few months, I must admit. She has been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did. We have our ups and downs. I wish I could see yours. Especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams. I still dread exams. So little time for my judo. Made me rather sad at times. That does sound rather stressful. It is. Trust me, it is. Tell me, Taka-kun, what is it that you study? I'm intrigued by this school notion. Well, my situation is a bit different from most. While I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete. To explain in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. Or jackasses in the social media. I have an upcoming tournament that will decide whether or not I'll be able to represent my country in judo. I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I should thank you. I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me? I believe that your sudden appearance in our world has had a lot to do with Michael's newfound joy. I can hear his singing, something I have not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her overjoyed, and I believe it is because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun. I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you for busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about what I would have been doing if I was still in the care of the tsundere tyrant.
You are most welcome, but please do not be so hard on Mio-chan. There are many things here beyond her control. But perhaps it is out of our hands for now. Still wish to thank you, Taka-kun. I've been wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to my Eiko-chan.
I know a few ways. Repay me for a moment. My thoughts drifted towards a certain idea. You know, Takahiro, you and me, we think a lot alike, man. We think a lot alike. And if you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, I would give you that for it. For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet red at the thought, just like I'm reading this right now. I couldn't ask something like that of her. Oh, come on! She would do it! I am not sure I have anything in mind. I think your smile's enough. You're a good man, Taka. You're a good man.
You are a true gentleman, Taka-kun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such naughty things, too.
I bet you were!
The fox spirit giggled to herself as she turned toward the garden, watching Michael struggle to descend from one of the trees with an armful of apples. Michael-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a fifth force.
For a fifth. I cannot English today.
Michael-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a 4th person.
Speaking of a 4th person, sound like you two used to talk a lot with the spirit at the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever this Tsuyuri's around or involved?
Yeah, that's not important. Oh, is that a giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree? Or maybe it is. I should go and...
What? There's Yakusuri out here? Tsuyuri Dono, thank you for visiting us today. Machiko-san is right over here.
Tsuyuri! No, I'm sorry. I've just been terribly busy. Please forgive me, Tsuyuri-sama.
Whoa, to think you get that flustered. Is she that amazing of a person?
You don't understand. It is complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a fox spirit, possess. A subtle way of talking or acting that influence how people perceive me.
You have those naughty thoughts in your head. That's one thing I'd like to share within these naughty thoughts of yours. Maybe later. Possibly you and a black teddy. A black teddy and possibly nothing else. Maybe a drink in your hand. I don't know.
They are, I suppose they would be considered social skills. But for spirits, Tsuyuri is capable of completely negating these, and it leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless.
Yeah, it's just me or does this picture does not fit the mood she is feeling right now? I see. So basically, she's immune to your flirting and connecting the dots in my mind. I plant the palm of my hand against my forehead. And it sounded like this. Thank you. Now I get it. You're afraid of her approaching. You're afraid of approaching her because this Tsuyuri is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you... Oh, I see you swing that way. For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed. That's not true! Well, maybe. I mean, she has an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly, do my thing. I'm not sure what you mean by swinging, however. It means you know, like girls. Oh, really? Well, how about we forget all about Tsuyuri for now, and I show you exactly which way I do swing, Takaku. Oh, my! That will be necessary! Yes, it's definitely necessary. But she must be quite a challenge to deal with, considering. You know, with those whips and chains and the cuffs and probably there's a ball and chain somewhere and probably a dildo bat somewhere and I don't know. I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already a handful to deal with once you start teasing. You are perhaps less the gentleman I thought you to be, Taka-kun. What am I then? A lovable rogue, perhaps. Or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type? Let's see, on Dragon Age Origins, my character is that of a rogue knight. So I guess you could say, yeah, I am that. A lovable rogue. Of course, I am a hero. A perverted one, but a hero nonetheless. Damn right, man. Damn right. I'm a hero too. I'm perverted as well, but I'm a hero nonetheless. Yes, please subscribe to the Tenkaichi, the perverted hero among gamers and otaku. Shameless self-plug. Shameless self-plug. Welcome back, Michael-chan. How did the hunt for the golden apple go? No golden ones, but I got a load of good ones. Even one that's shaped like a heart. You can have that one, Takani. An apple shaped like a heart. Interesting. Does this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving me this? Maybe I am. I seriously think Ichikawa would kill me if he saw me in my current location. Or he would say, "Hey, Takahiro, my nigga! Damn, nigga! You got two girls? Damn!" He would seriously just go like that. He would just go straight out. He would just basically say, can I have one? That's what he would say. Can I have one? And does she swing that way? Yes, that's the big question in this game. How do you swing? It's just like, how do I eat? And for women for women of this nature, I would I would use my tongue in many ways, so very, 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 very sweetly. And my tongue would be a very, very busy tongue. Why, thank you, fair lady. I shall savor every moment of its sweet flavor. I would too. Michael! How could you betray your love of me, your one and only sister? Did our time together mean nothing? Oh my! But I love you too, Onisama. I found a super big apple for you. Polygamy at its finest.
we better hurry up. We're going to see Suchan. Wait, what? I thought we would at least need to ask for permission to wait until she grew bored enough to reply. I know, but when I was picking apples, I found one of her tiny familiars. She said she wanted this yesterday. Oh, Poopy.
Some time passed. Following the directions Michael had received, we set off from the mansion. The three of us made our way through the forest, somehow managing to stay on the route with the help of the familiar. It didn't take us long before we arrived at the place where Machiko had fallen into the river. They say a cautious fox is worth two, so we made it past the river without further ado. So, according to these familiars, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead? My gaze had fallen upon a series of steps that went up the hill from the dirt path, a gate standing at the top.
Oh no. What could she want from us? She never summons us. She always bumps into us by chance. Why? Why did she call for us, I wonder? You're so silly. I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about. Maybe she has found a way to stop my headaches.
Now, that would be truly wonderful, but it's no use guessing. With a stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following in my wake. One was mimicking my bold steps while the other followed in small, slow paces. You can guess which one it is.
Come on, Oni-sama. Why don't we make a game out of it? To take your mind off it? We can play Hop Along Dandy. Hop, ha! Michael-chan.
The spunky girl hopped past me, giving out commands that the older girl seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either hopping, stepping, or jumping to the next step. When one fumbled, the other took another step, and the command switched to the other girl. The panic that had almost set in seemingly vanished as Machiko continued the silly little game with her sister. The two reached the top of the steps, and I heard a voice I could have sworn I had heard somewhere before resounded in the air.
How adorable. Michael-chan hasn't changed in a bit in all the years. Still hopping around on my doorstep like a bunny.
And all of a sudden we hear the opening of the game. At the sound of the voice, Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body trembling slightly as its owner revealed herself. The one responsible for Machiko's reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off of the gate with ease and landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth through the air.
And Machi-tan.
It's fantastic job. Hello, Camel Toe. Camel Toe. Change whips. Camel Toe. Sorry.
Hello, Machi-tan. I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played.
Oh,
Have you been well? Hi, Sue-chan! We were playing a really fun game just now. Hello, Tsuyuri. Sama. We are doing well. Thank you.
Oh, the places I can click right about now, but you guys couldn't see where I'm clicking anyway. Click. One moment. I'm feeling it again. Clicky. Oh, there, that's much better.
It did look like a very cute game. Then again, it might have been because two really cute girls were playing it. Still, I'm surprised you didn't join them, human. Couldn't keep up with their steps.
Takahiro had the best seat in the house. I was interested in meeting them playing some game.
How unfortunate to ignore the appeal that games hold. It isn't healthy to always look upon life with such a serious and worrisome attitude.
Tsuyuri, why are you scanning my brain just now?
Isn't that right there, Machi-san? Machi-chan? That's not fair, Su-chan. Takani didn't know the rules, and it wouldn't be fair to bring someone in halfway if he learns to play the rules. I'm sure he'll join in next time.
It's not healthy. Sorry, wrong voice.
It's not, healthy?
The girl took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself. I'm pretty sure she did. I composed myself too.
Maiko's right. Takakun has yet to learn the game. It's not his fault. I'm just teasing him, dearest. There's no need to get so worked up, but I'm glad that you are all here. One thing surprises me, however.
That you are the most revealing demon I have ever seen. I mean, the most revealing spirit I've ever seen.
What is it? The fact that your precious Takakun is here with you. Doesn't it strike you both as odd? A human like him, being so friendly with spirits. The last time I recall seeing such a thing was when Machi-tan was but a toddler. This has me curious. Why is he here with you rather than someone of his own kind?
Because truly, some of my own kind really do stink as humans. If I had truly, and honestly, if I really had a choice to live within humanity or the spirits, I would take a break from humanity and just you know what? I'm gonna hang with the spirits over there, okay? I'll be back to deal with your shit when I feel like it, but right now I gotta go over there. I need to feel more at peace with myself. And go squeezy Japanese.
That's the guards from the village. They arrested him because of our actions. He helped us escape and was arrested instead. We rescued him and allowed him to stay with us. It's fine, I swear. He's just a nice human. He seems to be, not from around here, though. You need not take offense, my dear. I simply find it rather fascinating to see a human defend the spirits. I'm well aware that he is not from the village.
Why each of them have a blush that's beyond me, that's making me blush in return very, very hard.
I take little interest in the closed-minded humans of this realm.
Hallelujah! Where are more people like you? We need more people like you!
So, your assumptions are correct. The boy is not a being of this world. Can I click on your camel toe? and yet, he might end up playing an important role. Whether he likes it or not, I'm going to click on your camel toe. I already told Maiko-chan and Machiko-san this place before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I'd still like to get back to my own world. Naval. I have an important tournament to prepare for. Alright, your upcoming battle. Let's take this discussion inside, shall we? We will await your return, Taka-kun. Seemed like the sisters could no longer accompany me. Feeling nervous, my steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside. Here we are, the place of our very first conversation. I guess now would be a good time to introduce myself. Yes, that will be fine. My name is Tsuyuri. And just like your companions out there, I am one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. But you're different from them, aren't you? How observant of you. Yes, there is a difference between myself and most other spirits. Yeah, they certainly don't have a camel toe as fabulous as yours. Spirits abide to a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher their standing. Then again, strength is often associated with experience. So, what, you're saying that you're an ancient being or something? I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It's rude to question a girl's age. How very, very true. But let's move on to the subject of your desire to return to your own world. You're going to send me back? Great! I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities. Hold on! Weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here during our first encounter. I did mention that this place was special, didn't I? Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she had said before. This is a place like no other. That's right. Having spent the time with the fox spirits, you likely already know that there is no magic in this world. However, it's not as though Maiko-chan herself possesses said magic. Rather, her body is simply able to connect with it. I bet it does. That sounds a bit complicated. The bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of this world. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within this world flow through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. Those who possess... There's no extra E in possess, please. The ability to use magic, draw the mana flowing from these gates. A different term for these people is mana receivers. So, you're also drawing on this magic? No, my boy, I am not borrowing the magic of this realm. I'm powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, in the shrine is located on a mana gateway, which could explain why the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes. Then why can't you use that magic to send me back? Because it is not my magic that brought you here. It's the magic of the shrine, or rather, the world itself that pulls you into this realm.
This reminds me of an anime I used to watch on GoGo Anime or GoodAnime.net. And this anime, in which I own just one DVD of, it's called Aura Battler Dunbine. This is what it's reminding me of right here. This just completely reminded me of Aura Battler Dunbine. Done by the same guy who made Gundam. Yoshiyuki Tomino. So, you're saying that I'm stuck here forever?
Not forever. You simply need to carry out the will of the world.
Oh, great. You're saying this world has a will of its own now? And how the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to do?
That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously I know of its intentions. In your case, the task you were given was quite a harsh one.
Don't tell me I have to collect wedding sashes and marry my
Machi-san in the process. You wish? Teasing aside, this region is having its fair share of problems.
Yeah, not enough women want the D.
Spirits and humans have lived far apart for a long time, but it wasn't always like this.
Wait, spirits have a world of their own?
Yes, but that realm has started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this happened before the more powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done.
Does that mean that Machiko-san and Maiko-chan are...
They don't belong in this world, although neither of them likely realize this. They are much alike human toddlers when they first arrived in this world.
I slowly started to understand the reason why the fox spirits and the villagers were on such bad terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you never heard of suddenly showed up on your doorstep. Is that why there's so much tension between them and the villagers?
I'm afraid that the foxes became the victims of a misunderstanding.
We're all victims of a misunderstanding. It's called living.
You see, Machi-tan and Maiko-chan aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others which have caused things to escalate.
You mean there are other fox spirits?
Not fox spirits, but other spirits. They were sent into this realm just like the sisters, but unfortunately, they were sent rather far from here. While Machi-tan and Maiko-chan were close enough for me to care for them, the others weren't so lucky.
Ooh. What do you mean? Something happened to him?
Along with Maiko-chan and Machi-tan, four other spirits were sent here when the worlds briefly merged. Unlike the Fox sisters, those four didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result, they grew rather spoiled and wild.
And sadly, those four ended up on Honey Pop. So, what you're saying is, spirits going wild.
This sounds like a recipe for trouble. Yes, they grew oblivious of the way human society worked, and their behavior made humans mistake them for monsters. Even now, those girls and their games are mistaken as acts of violence. And as a result, tension arose between spirits and humans.
So, Machiko-san and Maiko-chan are discriminated against because of those spirits.
You could say that, yes.
Then why didn't you try to stop them?
Because I can't leave this forest. I am the guardian spirit of the shrine. I cannot leave my domain.
I couldn't help but wonder what purpose all this talk about spirits served. Could have had something to do with finding my way back home. Do you think solving the problem with these spirits could be my ticket out of here?
Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with those spirits would solve the problems between humans and spirits. It would be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon.
Opportunity?
I'm sensing one of them, heading through the forest towards the village. If you can convince Machitan and Maiko-chan to help you protect the village, the villagers might be willing to accept them.
That did make sense. If Machiko and Maiko were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for the panties incident. Cause you know, panties. That's how this whole shit got started. Panties. You think it'll work?
Only time will tell. For now, you better get the girls and make haste toward the village before the wild spirit causes any more damage.
Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I could convince Machiko and Maiko to help me save the village. Surely, they would be better out known as heroes rather than pranksters. However, I doubted that the sisters held feelings of fondness towards the villagers, considering their continued treatment of the two girls.
I wonder how he'll solve the challenge set before him.
I found Machiko and Maiko talking near the steps leading back into the forest. The two girls looked like they were playing games similar to hopscotch on the white shrine steps. It was time for me to figure out how to convince the girls. And I think that's where we're going to stop here. So, in the next part, we're going to see what happens after the fact that this plan is maybe possibly going to work. When Sakura Spirit continues right after this.